Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. I'm Hiral Dadia. Joining us on the show today is Mr. Sunil Bohra, Group Chief Financial Officer at Uno Minda, joining in. Welcome to the show, Sunil.
Hello. Thank you.
A pleasure to speak to you. As we know, Uno Minda has announced that it has collaborated with Korea-based Ascentec company to design and develop wheel speed sensors in India. Let's understand from Sunil as to what this means for the company from a business perspective. Sunil, if you could just give us more details in terms of the collaboration with the Korea-based company.
Yeah. Thank you, Hiral. As you rightly mentioned, we have just done a TLA with the Korean company called Ascentec for manufacturing of the high-end wheel speed sensors. We are already having a sensor business where we are manufacturing more than 20 kinds of sensors. So this will
Mm.
add to our current offering. While we do had wheel speed sensor in past, but that was not the latest technology. And while at the same time we were investing our resources in developing, we came across this opportunity. And Ascentec is a great company. It's part of Sejong Group, which is a $2 billion revenue group. So we did a technical tie-up with them for manufacturing of the latest technology for the wheel speed sensors, and this will definitely add to our kitty of existing sensor business. And in next 4 to 5 years, we do believe that this can be a sizable business.
Right. So, Sunil, overall, from the tie-up perspective, as you already mentioned, that the company already had a separate division for automotive sensors, considering the rising demand for the evolving technology in the sensor space. Now, with this collaboration, will it be only design and develop, or will it also be design, develop, and manufacture?
Yeah, it will be designed, developed, and manufactured. So we will be manufacturing that sensors in India in our plant in Pune.
Okay. And the Ascentec will only be providing the technology and the design?
Yes, that's right. So we'll be jointly developing the product for India, and they are sort of, you can say, a technological partner.
Right. So overall, how does the actual commercial angle work with them?
So obviously, there has to be some benefit to Ascentec, something to Minda. So the like we have all the joint ventures, we do pay a royalty to our partners, and where we also take some management fee. But in this case, because it's not a joint venture, it's a simple technical licensing agreement wherein we will be utilizing the technology to increase our value offering from Uno Minda. So we will be paying them some royalty, which will be based on different revenue levels. It's a different, you can say, the rates at which the royalty is paid. So that's the broad commercial structure.
Right. And any details that you can give us in terms of royalty as to what could the milestones actually look like?
So royalty normally it's like any other business, it starts from a couple of percentage points, and then as volume increases, the royalty reduces a little bit because uh, the value add or the efforts in terms of developing the technology are upfront, and whatever incremental product development you do, you don't have that kind of similar efforts going into further development, and that's how it's sort of a funnel kind of a royalty structure, where as revenue increases, the percentage of
Mm.
royalty decreases.
Right. And what's the kind of revenue addition that we are seeing from this division to overall business?
So we do expect this division in next 4 5 years. Not this division, I said this product only as part of our sensor business. Our sensor business will definitely do more than 500 crore target which we gave initially, and we are already close to 400 crore kind of a run rate in terms of the business. And this incrementally is expected to add somewhere between 70 to 100 crore of annual revenues in next 4 to 5 years.
Right. And from a business perspective as well, the previous quarter itself is strong, and it's mainly the new product additions that are increasing the potential kit value as well for Uno Minda. So, from a business growth perspective, how is the strategy and growth expected to pan out?
From a last quarter perspective, definitely Q3 normally tends to be a bit softer because you have not only holiday season, you also have a December month where there is an annual maintenance shutdown with most of the OEMs and so with us. So last week of this month, as we are progressing, it's almost the shutdowns have started. So Q3 tend to be a little lower than Q2, but if you see year on year, definitely we are looking at a significant growth. And as you rightly mentioned, while we are increasing our kit values, I think there are multiple fronts where I would say we are performing well, and that's how we are able to consistently outperform the industry. We have been growing more than 1.5x, which was our guided target of outperformance in past few years. But we have been doing much more than that. Just to give you an example, last quarter itself, while
Hmm.
industry grew by 34%, we have grown by around 70 plus percentage point. And even if you take out the inflation impact, I think the delta is very significant. And the way we see currently for next few years, we definitely see ourselves continuing the trajectory of outperformance of industry growth by more than 1.5x. And the
Hmm.
reason is not only kit value, as you mentioned, there are a few other levers as well. One is obviously increasing our share of business. There are a lot of businesses where we are able to increase our share of business
Hmm.
in new product launches by the OEMs, and you will see the impact coming in next 2 to 3 years, because whatever business gets awarded today, normally you tend to start that SOP in 2 years or 3 years forward, right?
Right.
We are seeing a significant SOB improvement across the board. We are seeing a lot of traction in terms of exports, in terms of some of our products like seating, switches, lamps. We are getting a lot of export traction. And also the fourth lever is the premiumization-led growth. So some of the businesses like alloy wheels or LED lamps for two-wheelers, for four-wheelers, or for horns moving from a magnetic horn to electronic horn, there has been a premiumization play across various products. That is another lever which we expect to provide that outperformance. And last is our B2C segment that also is doing pretty well, which is almost 10% of our revenues.
Right. So overall, Sunil, uh, with everything said and done, one concern was the higher gas and electricity cost for casting and Clarton on. How is that panning out now?
So we are discussing with our customers, and our customers have honestly been very receptive. While
Mhm.
the prices continue to remain high, we have been working to sort of get that indexed some sort of a gas price also with some of our larger customers, and customers have been very positive. And we do expect closure on that at both the casting business and also in the Clarton Horn somewhere within the coming quarter. So as of now, the things are going in a positive direction, and we do expect that also to get sort of passed through to our customers.
Right. And from other associate companies as well, we've seen good growth coming in from Roki Minda or Denso or the turnaround that we saw in Onkyo as well, right? Now, coming to Buller JV, we were almost close to winning orders from two OEMs. So, where are we on that front?
So we just concluded the JV. I think it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks
Hmm.
since we closed the JV, and I think it's too short a time to
Hmm.
let you know what business we have secured. We are currently in discussion with few of our customers, and we are pretty confident that by the time we have our Q3 results announced, we should have some positive outcome which we should be able to communicate to everyone.
Right. And what about with Tashi SJB for PV seating? Because that started on a small note with the supply for recliners. And the idea was to gradually ramp up to supplying full seating systems, right? So, in what stage of the journey are we now?
No, so Iril, let me first clarify. It is not a recliner. When we started, it was only
Hmm.
mechanism for recliner. And
Okay,
we did
okay.
mention that we are working with our joint venture partner that by end of this fiscal year, we want to have a blueprint or a business plan for a full-fledged recliner, which is the next level. So first, it was, I think, more a collaboration just to understand each other, putting a foot in the door in terms of PV seating. So as of now, what we will do is manufacture only mechanism for recliner. For full
Hmm.
recliner, we will be working together with our JV partner, as I said. And by end of this fiscal year, once we have our annual results, we should be able to come up with the clarity on the next full-fledged project. Because as of now, as you would have seen, the project which or capex we announced is very small. It's like 8-10 crore of capex,
Hmm.
which is neither here nor there. But we are expecting a full-fledged DPR in next 3 to 4 months.
Right. So overall, it seems that all engines are actually, firing on all angles, and that's good to hear as well. Thank you, Sunil, so much for speaking to us, and that clearly
Thank
tells
you.
us as to what's the growth story looking like for, Minda. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year in advance to
Thank
you
you.
and the
Thank you to
viewers.
you and all the viewers. A very happy New Year and season's greetings. Thank you.
Bye.